Video number 8, What Really Counts. In a Charlie Rose interview in the summer of 2015, Bill and Melinda Gates discussed the work of their foundation and its principal concerns of healthcare and education. Commenting on their global healthcare policy, Melinda Gates declared that their philosophy was all lives have equal value. Now, this philosophy is admirable for its global humanitarian perspective, as well as for its efficiency as medical practice. The standardized model works reasonably well in certain healthcare sectors. While there is some variability in sensitivities to vaccines and drugs, generally one size fits all in applications such as tropical diseases, hygiene, and maternal-child health care. In contrast, the standardized model for the education of children is a disaster. Though their anatomies and physiologies are roughly similar, the disparities are vast in terms of consciousness, interests, talent, ability, motivation, energy, nutritional health, emotional intelligence, social skills, character, personality, and family socialization. To leap from all lives have equal value to all lives should be subject to the same educational methodology and psychology is both illogical and empirically invalid. Einstein famously remarked that not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. Our mania for measurement, the quantification of education, turns Einstein's famous phrase on its head. To wit, everything that counts can be counted, and what cannot be counted does not count. Moreover, in the age of the internet, the smartphone, and the lionization of youth by the corporate commercial culture, technopoly in education, in the guise of factory schooling and standardized tests, is a losing game. This is why IT-empowered youth is on a collision course with rigid, bureaucratic schooling. So, returning to Stephen Hawking's alarming prophecy, let's examine some of the practical downsides of artificial intelligence and technopoly that may be camouflaged by the hype of apocalyptic scenarios, perhaps the result of too many science fiction horror movies. How many suffer from information overload and decision fatigue, with the consequent confusion and distortion of values, not least because of the disconnection between information and action. The French philosopher Montaigne wrote that no wind favors a ship without a destined port. Information overload generated by IT has created countless crosswinds and too many illusory ports. Case in point, online dating or love in the time of algorithms. If sitting is the new smoking, has the consumer age of electronic screens ushered in a rash of premature deaths from preventable, sedentary lifestyle diseases? The quality and amount of teen sleep is inversely related to the quantity of screen devices and the indiscriminate hours devoted to the electronic cave wall. For all the convenience and pleasure provided in our instant gratification world, enabled by science and technology, the lessons of personal achievement are too often obscured. How much practice and patience and self-control and courage are required to master a skill, to bring a talent to fruition? At what point do our electronic screens, digital devices, emails, and social media become weapons of mass distraction? When does thoughtful discourse become drowned in a sea of ambient noise. How often we forsake the thoughtfulness, self-reflection, and wisdom that come from silence and solitude and Mother Nature. How readily we confuse timescales. While the electronic world may be measured in nanoseconds, the evolution of experience, character, self-knowledge, and consciousness is unending. Does the road wind uphill all the way? Yes, to the very end. Will the day's journey last the whole long day? From morn to night, my friend. When we are mesmerized by our fancy smartphones, it is easy to forget that the absurd antics of the bolt tightener in Charlie Chaplin's film Modern Times are a grim reality today for millions of Asian high-tech laborers whose inhumane work conditions were brought to light in Ed Burtynsky's award-winning documentary film, Manufactured Landscapes, for which my Mandarin-speaking nephew Noah was the China fixer, cameraman, and line producer. Even in America, a former Apple manager advised that if you ever want a good night's sleep, don't work at Apple. You will be on call 24/7. The renowned Apple design head, Johnny Ive, described himself in a 2015 profile in The New Yorker as both deeply, deeply tired and always anxious.